Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome back to OK Aussie with Matt and Dyan. It's going to be one of those evenings. Strap in.
Is it?
Everyone has the right to do stupid things, but you're abusing that privilege, honey.
Everyone has the right to be young and stupid.
That's right.
I say that. So you go ahead. You're young. If you're 35 and under, you can be stupid. It
Common
is your rite
sense
of passage.
is like a deodorant.
What?
The people who need it most never use it.
That's a terrible thing to say.
I'm just saying. Anyway, it's going to be a bit of a conversation around
they smell is because they're not using it.
autism, literalness.
That's
the shit Dyan says, basically.
you use it. You see,
We're having a conversation
it's not a problem because you used it
about some of
you
the
don't
crazy
stink.
shit that Dyan gets up to.
What?
Where being an autistic in the wild, she just didn't quite get it. And
there was a lot.
Didn't quite come off all that well.
And everyone's waiting for my response, and I'm like, oh, here we go again. It's something I didn't understand, isn't it? What? Everyone? What?
Honey,
What did I do?
There are three kinds of people in this world.
I used to panic in the class.
Those
when it
that can
went quiet.
count.
I knew it would be me.
And those who can't. Let's leave it a moment. Let's have a little think about it for a second.
What?
There are three kinds of people in the world. Those who can count and those who can't.
Where's the third?
And here she is back again. All right, let's have a conversation.
Where's the third?
Literalness and humour
Where's the third?
go straight over. Normally it takes about 5 to 10 minutes for
Tell
Dyan
me
to
the
catch up. You could have actually
formula.
left the room, and then
This
there'll
is
be
like
a cackle
BIM
of
isn't it?
there'll be a
This is
cackle.
BIM DAS
Let's not go
moment.
mathematics. Let's
It's
not
a
go
BIM
brackets,
DAS moment,
indexes,
okay?
and everything else.
What I miss?
Dyan can leave the room, or we can leave the room. 5 minutes
1,
later, there'll
2.
be a bit of laughter coming through
3.
to work on things. All right, so let's tell me about some of your experiences, some of the crazy things that have happened
Being a
to you
stupid autistic
specific.
when I was young,
Being an autistic.
because I'm so
Not
not
quite-
stupid now.
Not
I am.
quite having the guidance, the wherewithal to know what to do,
People tried,
to how to get through that.
but it was like trying to usher sheep, you know, like into, like you do. I know, when they get like that bad thing that they have to have happen.
Okay, so
What?
what was one of the favourite things your phys ed teacher told you at school?
Oh yeah, if it's hot outside and
Right.
us chicks are whinging, it's hot. This
Yeah.
is high school, guys.
This is
because, you know-
Australia.
okay, I didn't
It's very
speak
hot in Australia.
primary school. High school made up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Made up for it. And I didn't understand authority. So I look at my teachers, I'm like, you're the same as me. And so it was a problem. It was a problem. It's not something to be proud of. I was autistic though. But
Mm-hmm.
if the phys ed teacher would say, you ladies would just love to be inside in the aircon, wouldn't you? And I would be like, yeah, can we? And my friends are like,
He's being sarcastic.
well,
Are
I don't
you
get
surprised why many of these teachers actually threw projectiles at your
yeah,
head,
he's
like dusters
do
and
you
things
really
like that?
mean that? I'm like, yeah, I do. I'm thinking, what's wrong with this
And
dude?
again, the rest of the class are telling
Like,
"No,
it's
shut
hot
up,
today.
Don't.
It's hot. And if I love my phys ed, I love my phys ed. If I'm going to give up my phys ed, it's got to be 40 degrees
Okay.
Celsius, guys. It's Australia.
Yeah, with Australia.
Yeah.
So you just didn't get the cues of
No,
the people around you
But
who were
he
saying,
knew.
"Shh,
He was just like, she's a dumb blonde, but she's not blonde.
stop.
She's a dumb blonde, but
I
that's
can't brain today. I have the dumb."
You know what?
Yeah.
They just tolerated me. I don't know why. I had young teachers actually in
Did
high
you have
school.
any, apart from your phys ed
So,
teacher, did you have any
yeah.
other weird interactions with teachers that just didn't quite get the autism and you?
In high school?
Well, let's start with high school. Why not?
High school, I felt like they all got it, which was amazing actually. But then again, I was a foundation student,
Mm-hmm.
which what that means is we rule the school, okay? No, I'm joking. That corner, every year, we used to have to go in, mark our territory. Anyway, no, not like that.
Okay.
Not like an animal.
Right.
Okay, so basically, no, I was a foundation student, so I started
brand
the
new
school.
school, right?
My year group started the school. We had a lot of close bonds with our teachers, as if we were at boarding school, really.
Yeah.
But in primary school, there was a few problems.
That's Max the cat.
I don't even know what he took.
He just knocked your little medicine resin cup that you'd made over.
I made that the other day.
Anyway, back to the focus.
Anyway,
so in primary school, what was happening?
I got yelled at for not talking, and it's like, I don't think you got the memo, dude. I don't talk.
It's not your fault you don't talk. Exactly right.
Well, he obviously didn't get the memo, and he was a new teacher to me, and he's like, why won't you speak to me? And I'm just looking at this dude that's so freaking tall.
Like a relief teacher or a new teacher for the year sort of thing?
No, he was my new teacher, but you know, I was new to the school.
Okay. But then again, probably all the teachers are really tall. You're very small.
Yeah, even the women teachers are a little hot.
Right.
I just felt like laying down on the ground and going, this is easier. It's too hard, man. I got asked so many times in high school,
right,
will you put up a grade? I'm thinking, you don't know I'm stupid,
they don't know her.
You don't know my level of stupid. Anyway, no.
Tell the audience what your conversation with your English literature teacher...
I had a duster nearly hit me in primary school. That's abuse. I was talking, though, because I could talk to my peers, but only the peers that lived in my street that I actually bonded with.
So you knew well, you felt comfortable
that I could talk with, and they knew.
Right.
Well, no, they mothered me. Like, it was a weird relationship. I was not.
However, a teacher threw a duster
maturity.
at you to grab your attention to tell you to.
Because I was turning. We had single desks in those days, guys, and you had little drawers and everything. Yeah. And I'm turning around to talk to my friends.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
It was her fault too. It's always their fault.
What, the friend's fault?
Do you think I initiate conversations?
No.
I'm autistic.
No, okay.
No, exactly.
Right, I understand.
I don't initiate, right?
But you were the one almost delivered with the blackboard duster to the head.
My mum said it's rude to not listen to other people, and then the teacher throws a duster because I'm doing something wrong. But it's like, but I'm listening to this person. My mum told me to listen to people.
So let's focus in on some very key sort of stories.
I can't get it right.
English teacher, you're studying a book called Animal Farm.
Yeah,
what could possibly go wrong?
That was quite funny.
What is Animal Farm about, honey?
Well, politics.
Okay. And
it's an Orwellian theory. The theory is disgusting.
Okay. So
happening
now. You know this now.
Yeah, now.
Right. So let's go back.
51.
Let's go back in the time capsule to
I realised around about
high school. How long did you spend arguing with
49?
your teacher? How long?
49.
How long did you spend arguing with your teacher? But it's not about...
I think he cut it off at half an hour, I think. He's patient.
He was very patient. He gave you half an hour.
He was a Baptist. They're very preachy.
Very
it's a Baptist joke, guys. Just please don't...
Okay.
If you're a Baptist
don't crucify
person...
her. That's also a joke.
I was taken to a Baptist church. My mum's second husband.
So let's focus on the...
I love the Baptist church.
Let's
okay, I learned a lot. So that's just
half an hour having a conversation about what the whole story was actually about.
I said to him, it's about animals. I pulled out the book. I pointed to the letters, the words that are, letters. This animal.
You actually brought the book out. Did you read it? You actually opened up the pages and said, oh, look here, it's about a pig. This one's about a duck.
I'm autistic. Of course I did. Okay. I'm like, at which point does it say political?
Okay.
Marxism.
Okay.
Where?
We missed the whole communist plot going on there. That's okay. Let's just move on beyond that. Was there other things at school that perhaps you didn't quite get until maybe later on in life, in reflection?
Oh, just, getting up, when it's time. Because in our high school, it's soon as, I think it was 3 p.m. our high school.
Right.
Finished school, right?
Yeah, sure.
3 p.m.
Okay. Bell goes?
No, there's no bell. We didn't have a bell. We had to be disciplined, self-disciplined.
Oh, okay. So you had to use a watch?
Yes.
How did that go for you?
Loved it. I loved my watch.
Okay. Was it a digital watch or an analog watch?
Analog.
Analog?
Primary school, it was digital.
That's good.
My grandmother taught me how to read the clock, and I got an analog.
Okay. And with your dyslexia, you didn't have any problems with any of that?
No, I was fine. Because I looked at... It was a bit of a OCD problem, actually, with numbers. But,
okay.
I knew the time, so I used to just get up and walk out of class, pack up my stuff and leave.
What?
At 3 p.m. every day. So some teachers had an issue. I thought they were rude. It's like, we've finished.
Let's go.
Time's up.
Rewind.
Time's up. Time to go home.
So
I'm done.
So there's no siren or bell at the
I
school.
came to school.
You
I
had a
did
watch
everything.
on.
I'm going
You're
home.
in the class.
Yeah.
The time is up according to your
It's
watch.
3 p.m. Well,
You
there's
literally
no
just pack
bell.
up and go.
There's no bell. If I have to walk into class
Right.
at 8:45 a.m.
Yeah.
and I did
Okay, yeah.
5 minutes early to be courteous, like
Punctual.
my grandfather taught me.
Always be on time, yeah.
Sitting there waiting with everything out on my desk ready to go.
So you think that
So at 3 p.m. I'm
Conveys
done.
to
And
the
if
end of the
he's
day.
not done or she's not done, that's their bad, right?
did you ever get any responses to that?
Sometimes, yes.
Were they positive responses?
No. Where are you going, young lady?
Did you tell them I've got a watch? Did you tell them what the time was?
Well, no, I just used to sit down because I'm like,
Right.
I just want to go. If we have a conversation, I'll be here longer. Wasn't worth it.
A wise man once told me to always listen carefully because I can't remember.
Who determines who's the wise person? Because I'm telling you now,
That's
in society right now,
question,
let me
yeah.
just tell you,
Yeah.
the people they say are wise are not.
Yeah, it's not my fault that I never learned to accept responsibility.
Well, it's not. I've got to learn it.
You do. You got to be taught it.
Until I learn it,
Yeah.
okay? And look, in my 50s,
Yeah.
I'm now taking responsibility.
Ah, so you're now
Oh my
applying
God.
hindsight for your entire life.
Correct.
Okay. Have you ever wondered why you can't taste your tongue?
Did you know there's actually 5 sections of the tongue that taste different things?
Yep.
And when you're born, you have so many taste buds, it's overwhelming. That's why babies and children are so, oh, I don't like that, or I really love that. Did you know that?
I did, actually.
Okay, that's good.
Have any of your senses deteriorated with age?
Only taste.
Only
Since
taste.
COVID. Smell and taste since COVID.
Smell
actually.
and taste,
Since
okay.
COVID.
Because you used to have incredibly hyper
I still do though, don't I?
for smelling. Your olfactory
it's
senses
not as
smelling
bad since
is
COVID,
incredibly strong.
correct?
Yeah.
Would you say?
I'd say
Because
so.
my taste is worse. Anyway, that's a
I think
COVID
you
thing.
lost that sensation,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sometimes when I close my eyes, I can't see.
What a stupid thing to say.
It is, isn't it? Does it make logical sense?
That's silly. It's really, really silly.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember my grandfather telling us to go play in the traffic. I'm like,
Okay. And did you?
"Pa, that's dangerous."
Right.
He goes, I don't mean it. You just said it.
And then,
And
the
Pa's
track
like-
keeps coming on.
Pa's like, Nana, have you got some cookies? Because he wants to move on to
He
something
wants to
different.
change the subject now,
Do you want a
doesn't
cookie? Because he's like, whoops.
he? Was food ever otherwise used to maybe distract you or buy you?
Those bastards.
What are you now reflecting on?
Well, I ate my veggies, didn't I?
And were you
knew my
incentivized?
weaknesses,
Right.
and you used it against me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yes. That used to work. Oh, my brother did that good. I'll be your best friend.
Oh, really?
Here's my chocolate from the Royal Show. Exchange.
What did he want?
Whatever chocolates. Because, see, me, I would be like, okay, it's a bit weird.
Okay.
But my brother and I would get home,
Mm-hmm.
we'd empty out all of our bags,
Yeah, the goodies,
and
yeah.
we'd be chatting about, oh, we got this, and then we do swapsies,
Right,
just in
okay.
case there's a few doubles or something.
Swapsies, I love that word, yeah.
Swapsies.
Swapsies, yeah.
And then we would just be doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I
And
would
then?
line all my chocolate bars up, line all my lollies up, line all my toys up,
Yep.
line all the different items.
Sure.
'Cause there's
Up.
different categories. You gotta. Anyway, I needed categories.
That sounds very autistic.
And
Lining
with
things
my
up.
chocolates, it was one a
categories?
day.
Right, okay.
So I could get through the school holidays.
Okay, so you're pacing yourself.
And he ate a lot of his. And also, he didn't buy many chocolate ones.
Right, bags.
He used to buy
So
the bags with the better quality toys.
Oh, okay, so he
He
had a
was
strategy.
smart.
He was smart. Yeah.
He's a smart boy.
Yeah.
So
And he seemed even smarter because obviously he's
then
manipulating
he
you
would
now.
say,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be your best friend all day if you give me a chocolate. So I would give him a chocolate. But he didn't be my best
So
friend.
he wasn't your best friend.
No.
either. Did you ever learn out of that?
No. I didn't.
You fell for it every time.
A lot.
There's a saying, if it requires fake smiling, I'm not going. So as an autistic, would you say that to yourself?
I avoid that all the time.
If it requires fake smiling, I'm not going to this party, this event, this whatever. How did you go with parties, by the way? Ooh. What? What was the feeling?
That hit me.
The fake smiling one? Tell me about it, please. I'd like to know. Why does that resonate so much? Strong feelings, and feelings are okay.
In my day, autism, they took me away with it. They didn't just give me strategies to cope as an autistic.
Yeah.
It's strategies that took away my personality.
Right. Do you think you've reclaimed your personality?
Not properly.
Takes a lot to undo damage, doesn't it? For every knock, for every 10 or 100 knocks, takes a long time to climb over that and regain. I'm sorry that triggered you.
My stepfather used to say it when I was a teenager, you know, like, you don't have to, hey, stop.
No, you can't stop it. So it's Google Home Automation talking.
You know, you don't have to smile so much.
Okay.
And I felt like that was really comforting for me.
That's a big thing, actually. It actually really is.
Ooh, off with the shades.
Sorry that triggered you, though. It's interesting what
You
Ken
got
actually did that.
me. You got me good. We both got. But no, like, I think that's important for if you're a young autistic and someone is telling you, this is one example, is a smile, and some people might think, oh, that's just a simple thing. It's not. It's not. They're telling you to be anything but you.
Inauthentic.
They're telling you to be a robot because it makes them uncomfortable. And I had a flat affect as a small child.
How you come across, yeah.
Yes. And in my family, how you greet people is a big deal.
So the amount of enthusiasm, grandeur,
everything,
pomposity,
what you say, what you do,
actions,
your
words,
posture, everything,
tone,
everything. Yeah.
Sure.
So performance was expected on both sides of my family, and they thought that that was good teachings to a child.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, to an autistic child, and with the flat affect, and that having to be over-corrected by them, it did damage.
Interesting.
With the over-smiling, meaning it's not just the gesture of smile, I disappeared with that smile.
Ah, okay.
I disappeared. It's like my whole personality went to, I guess, like, that's why I love that movie and found it interesting just watching it, which was, even though I love it because Stepford Wives, I love being a wife.
The traditional
housewife.
wife.
I love the Housewives show, the Real House, not Real Housewives. What's the other one we used to watch? The acting one.
Yeah. Sorry, with the still Magnolias. What do you call them?
Yeah.
The name just escapes me. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, the Real Housewives show.
Yep.
And so, but in there, you know, they would smile and then they would suddenly stop, and I'm like, wow, like that's what I was doing. So I remember watching that movie years ago and going, yeah, I can relate to that for the autism side of things.
Okay, that's interesting.
Is having to smile was just their way of hiding my autism.
Okay. There's a saying, one way to find out if you're old is to fall down in front of a crowd. If they laugh at you, you're still young. If they run to you concerned, you're getting old.
Well, you know, I'm disabled, so I can relate to that.
I was going to say, can you relate to that? Can you relate to this
Don't
one?
run to me and save me. I'm young. What?
You can train a cat to do anything the cat wants to do at the moment it wants to do it.
That's not training.
That's very true. But is it true that you can't train a cat?
Yeah.
Is it interesting how you look at the words and how you respond to something? Do you see all jokes as funny? Or some jokes are not funny?
No. God,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on a roll. I'm making a cry tonight. My apologies. I
Oh
didn't
my
mean to.
God.
What have I done now? You okay? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
having to fake laugh as if I did get it for
Ah,
many years.
masking. Fitting in. Yeah. I do that sometimes with hearing.
And when I got called out on it, you know, when you do get called out
Yeah.
on it, just,
How does that
it just
respond?
hurts because they don't understand why you're not getting it and why you did it. They think you're doing it on purpose. And I don't know, like, autism can make you look like a real asshole.
But you're trying to fit in, and for people not to see that you're not fitting in, that you don't get things, and you don't want to stand out like a sore thumb.
But in those days, no one knew about autism.
No,
I knew.
I know. It was
No
called
one
different
else
things
knew.
in those days. And a lot of ridicule and
Yeah.
negative terminology was aimed in your direction.
Yeah,
For sure.
totally.
Yeah. There's I'm
What?
swift as a gazelle, an old one with arthritis, run over by a Land Rover 8 days ago. Does that sound like your body sometimes?
What?
I'm swift as a gazelle,
What's a good
a deer, an old one with arthritis, one that's been run over by a Land Rover, probably about 8 days ago.
Yeah, and more.
And more. Good. That was very good.
Ah.
You added to the joke. Well done. And it was actually in context.
And more.
But do you relate to that, being a person with such chronic conditions and
Yeah,
illnesses?
because I feel like, you know, I think people think that when you get sick or your body starts to break, that you are like, you know, you got tubes and things and you look like you're in pain and you're acting like you're in pain.
Yeah.
But really, it's a very slow boil of pain that, you know, when I sometimes cry in pain, it might not be because my pain's increased, it's because I just can't cope with the pain anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, people just, when I try and explain how I feel when people want to know, you know, I only tell the people that genuinely want to know. There's no point otherwise.
Right.
But I'll say, you know, I feel like I've been hit by a bus 3 times and then this and then that and then this and then that. That's how I feel, to try and get them to understand. You know, it's not that they're not trying to understand. It's just, I have to say really full on stuff because I know what it feels like to feel not as bad as this and better and well compared to now. And it's so hard to explain that. It's a bit like with other things, you know, when you think you can't take the pain anymore, you can. You will be surprised the level of pain you can master.
But that says actually a lot about you, and I already know that you
I think childbirth women, you need to remember that. Like,
but you apply that in your everyday life.
My second birth, I had no pain relief.
I was explaining that to a new support worker that you've got today, because your pain level starts at 7 and 8 first thing in the morning. In fact, some of the first, and I won't even call them words, I'm going to call them sounds that are uttered from you, because you find it difficult a lot of time to even formulate some words first thing in the morning. I'm actually hearing the guttural, guttural sounds.
Yeah, I actually have as well, which makes it doubly hard. I have kind of a sleep paralysis thing where when I first wake up and I'm alert for a little while, I can't move. And it just takes a few minutes before I can connect myself to move and speak. So I wake up in such pain. And naturally, you want to be able to move yourself around to get comfortable and alleviate whatever it is, and I can't. And all I can do is just grunt or
It is literally, you can almost see the body sort of stretch out of the aches and the pains that are investing in your body. You know, you're like a zombie. You're waking up. You are the Walking Dead, waking upon awakening at the end of the day, when you've got such a complex chronic
3
long-term
wake-ups
illness,
in the
yeah.
morning for compared to 1 wake-up.
Now
I
look,
used to bounce out of bed.
if I've told you once, then I've told you a million times. Don't exaggerate.
My mum used to say that a lot.
Which part?
Just that.
If I've told you once, then I've told you a million times. Don't exaggerate. That part's the joke on it all because it's taking
but
it a
I'm
million
like,
times.
I haven't told you a million times.
Yeah.
I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
What are you even saying?
Exactly. So you.
And what are you saying? Because I still don't know. At 51, what does that mean?
Right. And so this is what I see a
What
lot
does
with
that mean?
your processing, and also not only is it auditory processing trying to take it on board, then you're trying to block out all the noise of
Mum's like,
distractions.
she said 1,000.
But you're trying to work out what the meaning is.
I'm like,
and then in the context, what's
no
the meaning of
way
the
have
situation?
I told you 1,000 times. That's who's exaggerating?
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
she
Mum.
say, "Oh look, you're making me bend over backwards here"?
That used to drive me nuts because I'm like,
Why?
what has bending over backwards got to do with me wanting a drink?
Okay.
You know,
do you,
it's like
do you get it
I
now?
want a drink of water, and you say you're sick of bending over backwards for me. Why do you bend over back? What?
So, as an autistic, would you like some sort of dictionary or some interpretation?
I should make one, I think, because you poor children that are autistic, I'm so sorry, these adults are naughty. You should not have to put up with this.
They don't speak clearly, do they?
No.
No.
Nonsense.
I wonder if this relates to you at all. Of course I can keep secrets, but the people I tell them to obviously can't.
Yeah. Girls don't ever keep secrets.
Do they?
Never.
Do you feel that
when
you're...
they tell you, it took me 40-something years to get this one. So women autistics.
Yep.
If a woman says, it's a secret between you and me, it's not.
Okay.
She's actually going to go to her whole street that day.
Right.
And tell all of her friends at the tennis club.
Opposite will happen.
Then she's going to go to the school and tell everybody there.
And probably call
then
the newspaper and take an advert out.
Facebook, because that's a Facebooker, right?
Yep, that's
so
a Facebook.
I have personality types for Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Anyway, she's probably going to go on Facebook and tell everyone on Facebook what a terrible friend she has. I'm just like,
Can you trust people?
I don't trust women. Sorry, women.
No, but that's
like
your
many
experience.
women like me, I've got many women around me at the moment, and even online. This is the thing, and a lot of us women know this. It is so hard for some of us women, and I don't know what it is. And so, if you don't suffer from this, some of you women don't feel bad, but there are some of us women that just don't seem to be able to be in a group of women and survive. We seem to get attacked. Like we get people just, and it's just like what? What did I do? What did I ever do? So a lot of us are one-on-ones, and you know it's really difficult to because the trust is so broken. I know for me as an autistic female, I can't trust women. I find they are the worst to each other. It breaks my heart because from the country town I grew up in, the sisterhood was so strong.
Okay, that's a real shame. That really hits you. We were talking about English at the start of this, and obviously a book that we were reading, Animal Farm. And I'm sure English would have really puzzled you because of a lot of the things I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Particularly the rules, and you're very rule-based. So things like, you know, I before E, except after C, and
Even
it's
in
26
Scrabble,
exceptions.
Is this Tourette's or is this me just being naughty?
Yeah.
With Tourette's, like with my brother and I playing Scrabble, and because he was like kind of my carer, and he would help me spell the word because I can't spell and I can't read and write.
Yeah.
And it's all been hidden. So this is in like upper primary school, and I'm like, how do you spell dickhead? And he's like, not a word. I'm like, what? It's got to be in the dictionary, right? But yeah. Is that Tourette's or is that just naughtiness?
No, and look, a lot of your stuff impulsively coming through was
OCD,
your coprolalia and coprexia, the inappropriate language. We know now in hindsight, a lot of your difficulties and a lot of your altercations with authority was
Yeah,
uncontrollable
because when
behaviour.
I get stressed, I'd start like
Stress is a
blah,
trigger.
blah, blah, blah.
Just as much as
Yeah.
repetitive motor tic
Yeah.
actions that you do physically, same thing with the vocalizations. 10% of people with Tourette's will also have coprolalia, inappropriate language, copraxia,
And just
inappropriate
weird vocalizations.
things like that would actually occur. So I was talking about the English thing. I think
Yeah.
rules really does your head in, and particularly being autistic, you're so rule focused. But
Well, because there's always an exception to the rule. It's like,
and that's the thing. So here's another
so
joke.
how do I manage a rule if there's exceptions?
So listen to this one. Whatever you're
You
doing,
carry a book around in my back pocket.
whatever you're doing, always give 100%, unless you're donating blood.
That's gross. Yuck.
But you get it, don't you now?
Yuck.
You get it?
Yeah, but...
Do you find
I
that
have
funny?
to
But you
think
see
about
that as
it. No, it's not
So
funny.
you still have to think about, but you don't see that as humour, you see that as a yuck.
No, I don't know if you should be locked up for that. I don't know.
Wow, to err is human, to R is pirate.
Huh?
To err
I'm
is
not
human.
out on the water and I'm not a pirate.
See how she ruins jokes? See how she dismantles them and looks
There's
at...
real pirates out there.
Oh my god.
Cruises get interrupted by the pirates.
If I was to take you to a stand-up comedy show,
There's human trafficking.
you would be the heckler in the back doing exactly this. You would ruin the comedy sketch.
Yeah, I'd add to it.
I prefer not to think before speaking.
I want to go around pubs and do comedy because I am the laugh.
I prefer not to think before speaking. I like being as surprised as everyone else by what comes out of my mouth.
No, like I have to speak what I'm thinking. Otherwise, how do I express myself?
Did you hear it though?
No.
See how she did. She will start to hear any of the first words, and anything else on the delivery is lost. So, I prefer not to think before speaking. I like being as surprised as everyone else by what comes out of my mouth.
I'm never surprised on what comes out of my mouth. Really.
Still to date, even when your brain is not in control of your body.
I just don't really care.
That's okay. That's a good thing, though.
Is it?
I think
Okay.
so, because
Well,
I
I
think
just don't really care.
Well, why
I
do
just
I say that?
What,
you just say what's going on
because
for you, right?
Well, I know the way I am, so I know that whatever I'm saying or doing is okay.
What if it gets into trouble? What if you upset or offend other people?
Then I get into that problem where I want to barter about the rules.
Okay, you want to
Even
negotiate.
if it's a police officer,
So it's
I'll
like
be
a hostage situation.
But do you really think that that's the right thing, police officer? Because I remember I tried to stop police officers arresting a woman. I could have got into trouble.
Look, honey,
I told off a cop.
I know you.
I just walked in and I said, "Get her off the ground, get the handcuffs off. What are you doing?"
She actually did. Now, it was
I don't know who that person was. It was me.
wasn't actually in inappropriate justice situation. This
It was.
particular police officer was actually later stood down and dismissed from the force and arranged coming out of that.
Not because of me, because of
The steps
many
and
of his
inactions of
things,
things that
but
he shouldn't
something
be
to
done.
do with this
but
woman.
it's also a concern for me sometimes when you're out in the wild.
I got concerned
Crossing
after
the
that too, because I
boundaries.
wasn't like, that's when I realised that same child, teenager
Yep.
that I used to be that would do stupid things I'm still that.
Well, there's a lack of inhibitions, lack of understanding sometimes the appropriateness or the risks
I
associated with
don't
that.
see authority too, and also growing
Right.
up autistic in a small town, it's different.
It's true.
We just
You do things
where
differently.
we lived, we didn't let the police treat us like that.
But
It's different now where I used to live. But
so you take the girl out of the country and you can't take the country out of the girl.
I mean, the Albany police burnt pot at the sawmill in Denmark.
That's a true.
Hello?
That's a true story. And the
Hello?
town got high. But that's another story separate to that. How do you?
What were you thinking?
And my comment
What?
is, as I said, you can take the girl out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the girl.
No.
What happens when you take an autistic out of a safe environment and put them
Yeah,
into an environment
It's the
like
same
the city
thing. Yeah.
and the risks? And there's a lot of autistics that we've known, not just here in Australia, but overseas,
Yes.
who have unfortunately had really bad experiences, altercations, interactions with
And that would be me
the
too.
police. Because the police don't know that you're
Because
autistic. There's
I
no
would
sign
go-
on you
yeah.
saying.
I would go out there and if something was a social injustice,
Yeah.
I just
So we
would
see
get
your risk.
upset about it. And
Mhm.
if a police officer was like speaking to me in a loud voice,
Yep.
my fight and flight would just kick in,
Fight,
and
flight,
I would
flight,
just be
flee,
like,
yeah, freeze.
don't tell me off, don't yell at me, don't speak to me that way, or
And that puts you at risk because
and that
you
puts you
can
at risk
be
because,
more harmed.
see, I know I'm innocent, you
Sure.
see, but I forget that they're just
The
trying
police
to...
might be seeing you as a threat, and of course
Yeah,
they need to.
But see, I know I'm not, so I'm thinking, why do you think I'm a threat? Like, stop it.
Sure.
And so, and because of the proximity problem, if someone came up to me, that's it.
Yeah.
Meltdown.
Meltdown.
Like,
An
I'd be
autistic
on the
meltdown
ground,
situation, yeah.
and I would be in a ball,
Yeah.
and I would be absolutely like, and then if they touched me, I would just lash out at wherever
Which
it
is
was
a meltdown reaction
to protect my
respond.
body, yeah.
Okay. Let's sidestep from that. If you're too open-minded, your brain's going to fall out. Again, you always go ooh for these humorous jokes.
That's terrible.
Well, my imaginary friend thinks that you have some serious problems.
Well, my imaginary friend thinks that I should get iced coffees more often.
Okay. Should I have an imaginary friend?
I always had imaginary friends.
Tell me about that.
Growing up.
How long for?
Not really. Imaginary friends aren't, to me, really what people think they are.
Explain.
Unless someone else has a different childhood.
No.
I
For
don't
you.
know. I used to just...
What's your
So I'd be
experience?
on the farm and the dogs would always be with me because, dogs are like that, aren't they? FOMO! I don't want to miss out. And I would want them with me because apparently they're good snake detectors. Not.
No, not all the time. Okay.
Not
Another story.
at all.
Yeah.
And I lived on a forest on the ocean. That's a bit of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, I'm just like in my gumboots, stomping around, trying to find some stuff to do.
Yep.
And, basically, I just didn't see any... I don't know, like I would just be talking.
Okay.
And it's like... I don't know. I always felt like I just wasn't alone. And whether that's a Jesus experience,
Okay,
but I always
okay.
just would be like, hey, what should we do? Oh, let's go to the log. Yeah, that does sound good, doesn't it? But there's no one actually there. I know that. It's not like I'm hallucinating.
So it's not an hallucination sort of
yeah.
thing. No.
But it's like,
But this is imaginary
I had my
play,
favourite log.
and you would actually outwardly
Because I had no
vocalise that
friends.
because you're in a situation where
When I
there's
had
no one
friends
around
at
you.
school, which was at Denmark, was easy to have friends because
Denmark's a small little country town, southwest of Western
we
Australia.
all our families know each other.
Mhm.
So, and I had always had my Wendy, which was my person.
Yeah,
She was
she
like,
was the neighbouring
I
farm
guess she's like
girl.
a cousin. She's like family to me because of
Sure.
our families.
Okay.
And so she would always be guiding me around, and that made it a lot easier. But I would always get things wrong. So when I was on my own, you can't get things wrong.
That's
But you have a chance to get vocal stuff out. So most of it was echolalia. Most of it was just, today was a good day on the swing today. Today was a good day on the swing today. I don't know, like things
little
like
mnemonics,
that.
things that you're repeating.
But it would
parroting.
annoy everyone else in the house. It would annoy...
But maybe that's why you were doing it.
Yes.
Because you're getting
I
negative
could go
feedback
out to the bush
when
and
you're around
no
other
one,
people.
Yeah.
But to go
They're
out
just
into the
thinking
bush,
I'm just singing,
you can
which
be you.
that was me too. I would sing in the bush as well.
But that's an insight into an
Until I'd
autistic
hear like,
mind of that age group.
Coo-wee,
Yeah,
and that would
The
normally
Australian
be my
country
Uncle
call
Andrew.
from a distance to say,
Yeah.
come in, it's time for dinner sort of thing.
Yeah.
A couple of other comedy things. I want you to support bacteria. They're the only culture that some people have. I got a laugh.
Science joke.
Okay, good science joke. You know what? There's no such thing as stupid questions, only stupid people.
I still worry about... My uni lecturers used to say that, and I'm
Why?
like, I'd walk up,
Mhm.
and every time, this is early 2000s, and I'm walking out of the lecture theatre, right? And I'd go to grab my, because we'd always have to grab our paperwork,
Yep.
and I'd grab the paperwork, and I'm like, oh, questions.
You've got questions, right?
Questions. And
Should
they'd
I
say those
or
kinds
should I
of
not
things.
ask?
And I'm thinking that I'm either going to be asking a stupid question,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, they might not think the question's stupid. What if they think I'm stupid?
Okay.
So it still used to intimidate me. So I'm like,
So
but I still ask questions.
do you
but
think-
I would be like, so I was wondering about this, and this. I'd
Right.
be so anxious, guys. Like, me in my 20s, not this. Me in my 30s, not this.
So when you say that
completely-
quieter, not as vocal,
Yes.
not as engaged,
Completely
more in
different
your shell,
person.
more masked as a female autistic.
40s and 50s.
You've come out of yourself.
different.
You found yourself. You found your safe place. You've identified who you are. Great to be able to do that. But it's interesting. So do you realise that maybe the lecturers were saying that statement, no such thing as stupid questions, only stupid people, to try and filter out and make people actually think before they take that step of spending time or badgering them with
did it
questions?
work?
Did it work on you? Did you still go forward? Did you pull back and not ask some questions?
I asked less questions and less often.
You know what I'm very proud of is here is a person, Dyan, who failed effectively through schooling, primary and high school. Came out of high school with literally a primary school level in English and mathematics.
seven.
Okay. Was tutored by a very special person in her life who's a very good educator, finding her way to learn, teaching her how to learn. Dyan goes on to go into TAFE, Technical and Further Education College, goes into university. She actually ripped up the university acceptance letter in front of me, and I actually had to sticky tape it back together and say, no, you're going because I believe in you. You can do this. I know you can do this. Here is a person who gets called to the dean's office in university thinking that she's in trouble.
I was in big trouble.
Because what's her experience in primary school and high school where they haven't understood that she's autistic, ADHD, OCD, has got Tourette's,
Or I'm there
and
'cause I
lack
hurt
of control.
myself.
You've done things that actually are part of your condition but have got no autonomous control of your systems. You're selectively mute until 11 years of age. These are things that are challenges. Okay, you weren't given help by anybody. You learn to learn. You go to university. You answered some of the most you got high distinctions in many assignments, in many exams and many courses. You would have got through, except for a debilitating physical condition that limited you
4 times.
multiple times. But you've got a fatiguing condition. You keep trying to push through, and unfortunately, it's only been your physical illness that's ever put you back. But like I said, you got sent to the dean's office. Oh, you're in trouble.
But I don't feel good enough because the thing with me is like my disability has been the thing that makes me not be able to follow everything through.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing, you know, the things your mother say just really hurt. And
Sticks
she
and
would
stones will
always
break our
say, you
words,
know,
but
like,
words
you
will
never
never
follow
hurt us.
through with anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, I
The
actually
people that should boost us up the
always
most
tried.
can sometimes knock us down the hardest. And you succeeded. You actually went to university when no other females in your family ever achieved or did that. You achieved high distinctions. You actually solved one of the hardest puzzles presented to every cohort of student in psychology at the university for years who have never been able to resolve that. You solved that, unlike anyone else.
I don't know how.
I do,
but
because you try. You work hard and you make big efforts. Very proud of you for doing that.
that helped me a lot because that was first year, and that because I know even standing there on orientation day, I wanted to, you know, I'm standing there, and because it's not just psychology students, it's every student going back to uni that year.
Yeah.
I was like trying to think in my head so many excuses of how to get out of going to uni because I was so scared of not succeeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm very proud of you.
Until
and it's a
one girl
challenge.
behind me was like, oh my gosh, isn't this overwhelming? And I'm like, yes. And then at the end,
That connection.
the lecturer said, well, if you've got through today with this administrivia, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's a true story.
And I felt more relieved then too.
And look, some of the things that we're talking about tonight, some of these stories upon reflection of things that you didn't quite get right because you didn't get it. You didn't understand
Well, I
it.
don't know how many times people have said to me, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Because of things I didn't understand.
Yeah.
So we're only showing a fraction, but
Of course.
like literally the majority of the things spoken to me as a child, I did not understand. I had to pretend that I understood because I couldn't be bothered, because I felt like from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed was an education.
Yeah, because you're autistic from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed. and there's no denying that. And you try your hardest each and every day, but there's some things that are out of your control. You don't know how to do things, just like your body is out of control sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not your choice. Your body just chooses to do what it's doing, whether it's cardiac or respiratory, whether it's seizures or dystonia. You have no choice over those autonomic sort of things. So, but it's interesting to talk about these things, and we're not taking the piss out of you when we're having these jokes or things.
No, I'm not offended at all. Like,
it's a chance for you to talk about your experience.
The amount of people that have taken the piss out of me for my autism, I am so. It is actually like built more character in me. I am
and a thick
so
skin.
munger.
Do you know what the saying is? You've built a thick skin.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
I agree.
I do know, yeah. But basically, it's just made me so much stronger on the sense that I can now laugh at myself. That's the best part of it too, is even when you get to that bit, is when you can actually laugh at yourself. So I think that's the good thing about and Tony Atwood actually said it in something
Dr.
I watched
Tony
today.
Atwood, clinical psychologist,
so I was showing one of my
autism.
carers, and one of the things he said in aging in autism, he said we turn from all of what we're just talking about, I guess, of confusion and just communication struggles and taking things so seriously and having our special interests so serious, even though that doesn't go away, but we turn things into a sense of humour. Yeah. And that's so true. My whole life now is humour because I do find everything funny. I find myself funny. I mean, the dumb shit that I do is hilarious. And I love it because it makes me laugh. It makes other people laugh.
Well, I want to be unique, just like everyone else. We're all individually different. You know what I mean?
I like that
and
one.
you know what? Every autistic person is unique. If you've met one autistic person, you've only ever met one autistic person.
Every autistic has a personality as well. They're not just autistic. No. They have a personality.
Correct. And a whole range of other things that come into that conditioning, whether it's cultural, ethnicity, you know, the environmental variables that come with that. Age groups, gender, interactions with other people. There's so many variables that mix that. And look, every day can be different for an autistic as well. Some days you just really get it, and other days it's like, this is a really autistic day today, and I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's like, I went outside today. It was too hot, and there were people. It's just been awarded 0 stars. And it feels like that. Some days it's a bit peoply out there, and I just don't want to deal with people or things like that. And it's okay to be like that too.
See, I love seeing people every day, but for me it's that my envelope of time depends on the day. Yeah. Sometimes it's like 5 minutes and I'm like, I'm done for the day. Other times I'm like, 6 hours, we're going to just be hyper. You know, like, and then it's like, go away, I need cave time.
Yeah. Well, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Different.
What goes up must come down.
Every day is different.
It is every day. During today's little chat, there's a couple of things that were a little bit sensitive. A couple of little things that made you tear. I didn't intend for this
to happen. Like, you know, when we talked about this video of what we're doing, I didn't feel that anything would be emotive out of this. But I do think it's funny that, I don't know, like just some of the things you got to be careful with autistics. It is actually quite painful. Like, even though my grandfather is like someone that, just to give you an example of the significance to me, is the day that I lost that grandfather, and I'm assuming it's because also it's my second grandfather, so it's, you know, I've lost both my grandfathers at that point, but because he was so close with me, like we just had this special bond, the day he died, I felt like the world wasn't safe anymore. That's what I felt like when he'd gone. But basically, you know, when he said to go play on the highway, and I'm taking it legit. And I'm literally like lecturing him, and I'm listing all, and he's laughing, right? Because he's such a, he is a stirrer. He was a stirrer. He is an
absolute shit stirrer.
And, well, he grew up in Scotland, so I'm assuming his father is Scottish, but our family just know how to banter and be stupid, and but basically I was listing all of the risks of why we should not play in the traffic, right? And he's laughing and laughing, and Nana's like, oh, Val, stop it. Me, I'm still I've got to educate my grandfather because he's not quite getting it. That those cars, I've seen them from down in the paddock. They go fast.
Yeah.
They go
and there is
fast.
risk, obviously, if you were to do that.
Mhm.
Very good. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's conversation.
We were told to stop at the fire break.
It is funny. Dyan does have hyperintensive episodic memories, very detailed
yes.
looks back into
I
her own
do.
history that she can
You
recall
just have to
with such
say,
intensity.
remember that day when this was the
All
wedding?
of the senses around
know
that,
the
whether
day.
it's smell, whether it's touch, it's
Yeah.
taste, sight or hearing. And that makes life a little bit more interesting. There are challenges being an autistic, male or female. Females really mask extremely well from my
Yeah.
experience in general, and you've had to
True.
learn to get through. The world's a bit cruel out there. It doesn't have a lot of tolerance or make a lot
Really
of
is.
accommodations for people.
It's getting worse, isn't it?
And look, the Australian government only this year is stepping up to make guidelines for supporting autistics, whether it's in the work, in community, in healthcare, education. And we're in 2025.
Yeah,
it's
still
it's
not
a
good
start,
enough, is it? Because
but it's a
humans
long way
should just
around.
know how to be good
Correct.
humans. You just have to be a good human. You know what?
I
I
like that
really
saying.
just don't like this whole. Everyone can keep going full steam ahead with this modern world. I just refuse. I refuse because at the end of the day, you don't need any more legislations. What you need is to just be bloody kind to each other. Okay? And accept that everyone's different and everyone has different needs and just be nice and understanding and compassionate.
Yeah.
We don't need legislations.
No.
But anyway, we need legislations because people want to be mean.
True.
Why?
I've just seen one.
Why do people want to be mean?
I really don't know.
Why?
It's a lot of people are self-focused and self-centered and selfish, or it's about money. And
I'm
about
too busy living.
we have lost a lot of the
to be bothered
values
with-
of society and community, boosting everybody up,
Yeah.
having empathy towards our fellow man, and caring about others. I think we need a lot more of that. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. There's just one little saying here that I thought I'd leave you with.
What?
And I thought this is something which is really good for you to actually think about. Always when you end up phone calls, you should end phone calls like this. And you're on the phone call to somebody and it says here, look, I have to run, the swing's free now. And you know what, you like to have fun and you're going to enjoy the swing. So you know what, that's a
That
good little
is
thing, and maybe we'll say the
so
same thing as we say
me.
goodbye. Big thumbs up, don't forget to hype the channel, comments, questions, ideas,
Time for a
suggestions
swing.
below, subscribe, hit the notification, share our channel. We'll see you soon because she
Actually,
has to
should
go
be-
for a swing.
It should be swim.
Well, that's going to be very soon because it's summer mode and the pool is about to be filled up. Some hot weather coming. It's summertime. Stay
I'm so
tuned.
excited.
We'll see you soon.
Bye. guys.